Welcome back to Coronation Street. It's Alex Belfield talking to the stars of a brand new DVD. It's called A Knight's Tale, and it stars two of my favourite actors ever. There's Ken Morley and there's also Kevin Kennedy. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you, Ken?
Not so bad, pal, thanks.
Congratulations on this DVD, which I haven't seen yet. I'm going to say it's wonderful, despite not seeing it, because I missed the thing earlier and there are no copies available, but I'm told it's amazing.
Yeah. It's very well put together, very well produced, very filmy. And a good story, nice writing, good performances. It's make an ideal gift, folks.
Yeah. Tell me, Ken, what's it like being back? Because I loved your character. I mean, he's the epitome of a Coronation Street star because he's got a personality and he's got wit and humour, and that's what this show's about, really, isn't it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you love him?
I think probably 11 or 12 because you made me titter, and your comic timing was second to none.
There's nothing better. Excuse me, I'll just put the teeth back in. There's nothing better than a titterer, son. But I'm glad you enjoyed it because this is sort of, I suppose you could say, the cream on top of the cake because we've both been away for a long time. He's just got out a few years back, but I had to stay in there longer. But we've done very well, I think, and together with the producer and all the other actors and the scriptwriter, and produced something which I think is, if I may say so, quite exceptional.
Are you ready to dip your toes back into Lovey Lake in Coronation Street and come back full time? Because we want to see you back.
Well, first, I'd just like to say how nice it is to Ken when he does radio. He always does it in the nude, and I think it's really touching that even today, you know, and talking to your good self, he's gone along with what he always done. He's stayed true to himself and come actually with no clothes on.
Would you say you're modelling for scatter cushions today? What are you doing?
Do you know something? I just pulled up in a Lincoln Continental at this hotel, and they said, "Do you always have American cars?" Ken? I thought, listen, every Christmas I get a card from the Arabs. Thank you once again for getting all that petrol, Ken. And now apparently they've decided to give all that money I gave to them back to Manchester City, and I don't mind. You know, they need a break. Kevin's a broken man, look at him.
Yeah. You work so well together, you can't really rehearse that. It's something that's just kismet, isn't it?
I think from the first day, you know, we knew that there was something special there that was sparking. And we'd done stuff before together. We did a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang together on the stage. And so when we got together to do this, it's a case of just like blue touch paper, stand well back. And we always work well under adversity. You know, there's a great scene between.
Great girl she was.
Yeah.
Adversity. Oh, I love that woman.
But you've got to see the scene with me, Ken, and a dead pig.
I beg your pardon?
There's a scene with me and Ken and a dead pig, which is it's comic gold.
Yeah.
Were you always funny, Ken?
Only just after birth, apparently. They said to my father, "Would you like to hold your son?" He said, "No, put it on top of the wardrobe, it'll come down when it's ready." And this continued for several years. It's not easy living on the top of a wardrobe.
When Ken was born, he pulled him out by his legs and took one look at him, turned around and slapped his mother.
In terms of your characters, I mean, you're unique. You're not those kind of passive characters that we ignore. We pay attention when you're on. Of course, you had the dopey character. Was that ever an issue for you? Because we laughed at him as much as with him. I mean, you played it so beautifully.
Well, no, my job during that particular time in Coronation Street was to make every loser in Britain feel better about himself. That was my job. They used to say, "Well, look, you know, my girlfriend's left me. I haven't got a job. I don't look right. I've got spots, but at least I'm not him."
You've just described me there, Kevin.
Well, no. Well, you're in the nude as well today, so because it's very kind of you to join in the spirit of the thing and come naked. I can see what you mean about spots. Yeah, so, you get some ointment for that.
We're back then with Kevin Kennedy, that's Curly Watts, and Ken Morley. Reg Holsworth from The Street. They've released a new DVD, which is out in time for Christmas. Next, I asked Kevin about the quality of acting on The Street, because in the new show We Will Rock You, where he's starring, we get to see him as a different type of actor and versatile, which of course you have to be to keep up with the schedule of Coronation Street.
Yeah, that's very kind. Thank you very much. I think that's not only just true of myself, I think it's true of a lot of the actors in Coronation Street, including Ken, of course, that they are very skilled, they are very talented. Because if you're going to do something like Coronation Street, or indeed any soap, you have to be fast and you've got to be produce it on call, you know. So a lot of these actors, people think, oh, he's not very good, that's the only thing he can play, which is just absolutely not true.
And Ken, those adverts, what were you thinking?
About money, basically. That's what
Did they pay very well?
They do indeed, yes. I've been to Fleetwood twice this year. I wrote a couple of them. The last one, which I've just written, is about a guy in a larder, and not many of them left, in a park with his wife and dog. And she says, why don't you go and buy some of those PVC windows? They'll never rot. Shut up, Doreen. Wood's best. I know what I'm doing here. Make your own. He gets out of the car with a chainsaw, cuts a tree down which falls on the ladder, crushing the car completely. And the last theme to it is, will you go down to the woods today? Which I thought was very funny, really. But it's all about modern technology, of course, really.
Well, I'm laughing. It's work.
Yeah, I'm glad of that, son.
And you don't wear a tie, you wear a thing. What is that?
It's called a rope. Oh, around the neck, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the wife bought me this in Texas, which is what they wear. I mean, it's a lariat, basically. But as you know, the tie is a leave over from the cravat. And people wore cravats in the old days because if you're in bed with somebody, as Kevin frequently is, stark naked, you don't want to get a draft around your neck. So, that's why they had ties. I'm sick of this.
In terms of this show, The Knight's Tale, was it fun? Would you do it again? And was it good to be back in business with Coronation Street?
I personally think this DVD, which goes on sale very shortly, is one of the funniest things they've ever written. They've got two excellent writers, probably the best comedy writer they've got now to write it. The production was, they had money thrown at it, quite literally. It's very expensive thing to put together, and they got some excellent actors. They're all good. There's nothing bad about this thing. I'm very happy to see it when I got a copy this week, because I am hypercritical of other people's work as well as my own. But I sat there watching and I thought, yeah, that's just the job, that'll do. And it is.
And in terms of your ex-wife from the programme, she seems to be on Loose Women a lot these days. Did you enjoy watching her on that?
I think it's very appropriate that she is on Loose Women, to be honest with you. I mean, she's not, what shall we say, must be at least 35 now. And the years of not being... No, I wouldn't say that. But no, I enjoy Loose Women, actually. I think it's nice to get the other side of, the female psyche. And, she's done extremely well with that. She's still signed on for another year, I believe.
I'm missing Jane McDonald, though. She's gone now.
Tasty Jane.
Do you like her?
Loved her, yeah.
Really?
Those hands, those feet, that tooth.
Kevin, in terms of you being back in this, how was it for you?
It was a joy. I've forgotten just how much fun it was to play Curly, and is to play Curly. And when the call came through to go and do it, I thought, yeah, we'll have a laugh. And the bonus, of course, is the end product is very, very good. And as I've said, it looks expensive. It's been well thought out and well written.
Forgive me for the cheesy end question, but the phone rings and the producer says, "Will you come back?" Your answer would be.
Yes, please.
Okay, and for you, Ken?
How much?
See, you're the smart one. He's the businessman. You're just desperate, you see.
He's my agent.
When they said, do you want to do this? I said, we should point out that Kevin Kennedy, his character, will be arriving from London in a helicopter, whereas you will be coming in from Chester on a one-eyed horse. So I immediately realised what the game was.
Good luck with We Will Rock You, which you're in now, and this DVD is out. It's called A Knight's Tale. A real thrill meeting you both. I loved you both on the programme, and thank you for the memories.
Thank you very much.